What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Mama
Hold
Knows.
on. This is Mama Knows Best, and you.
I muted her. I'm so sick of these modern women. After in light of where we at politically, I thought that I would come over and be more liberal and show more respect to the black women on this platform. But Mama ruined that entire sentiment 20 seconds into the episode. And looking at her, I don't know if she's going for this African look or this. Ever since she's been with Eric, ever since she's been with that nigga Eric, now she's pro-black. Now she knows who Martin Luther King is. Now she knows who Malcolm X
Not
is.
MLK.
I
like black, but not.
I'm gonna have to mute her again because you speak was spoken to. Now she knows who Fred Hampton is, and so she went to the Africans and got her braids done. And how I know she wants to be black. She ain't got no edges with them braids. She got no edges.
But guess what? I told her to hurry up. I said I don't want ICE to come and get you while you doing my hair. I said please hurry up because ICE probably would have came. See, y'all not woke. Y'all don't understand. After ICE get finished with the Mexicans, who you think they going to? Who you think they going to? So I told her to hurry up. So she got me straight.
So we got Mama Shapiro in the building. So we don't know if she's a conservative, liberal, or in the middle. We do not know. But I do know she's a fraud.
I'm an Eric. That's who I am. That's what I am.
Okay, so this is episode 45. We got a heck of a guest. We got a heck of a guest coming on. Mr. Mega Mills coming up here.
Mega who?
Mega Mills. You got any comments, questions, or concerns? Matter of fact, if you got questions, comments, or concerns, please like and subscribe. Thank you for making it past the 2-minute mark on this video. So thank you very much. Reds, I paid a lot of money, so I need different things to pop up. I need a subscribe button to pop up. I need a like button to pop up. Do your job, Reds. It pay you over $30 a month. Do your job, Reds.
We need an African. If we need an African step in, just
we need an African Reds because Reds is a pure nigga. We might need an African Reds because Reds is a pure nigga. Okay, but you know what we're talking about today. Before I bring Mega Mills on here, we want to do this episode because the Charlie Kirk's death obviously was a massive turning point in American society. Nobody on this platform is celebrating his passing, but we definitely wanted to talk about the culture, what has affected the culture, right, since his death, and what better guest.
Wait. Where did you find him, Christian? What did you pay him to show up on? Really?
No, so I'm gonna blame Rez on that. I'm in the middle of my monologue trying to be serious, and you brought up this coon. We talking about the culture. We brought up.
I ain't even got nothing to say. Christian, go ahead, do your thing.
We brought up this fool with a Trump hat. I don't
even know.
I can't even.
Just go ahead and mute the mics and let me do my intro.
I'm a mute.
Thank you. My name is Mega Mills. I'm a multifaceted creative force and artist who bridges music, media, and fashion at the highest level. I'm known for sharp lyricism, commanding presence as a rapper, and also I bring raw conversations and culture to life in my podcast.
So let go.
Are you reading a chat GPT?
Beyond the mic, Mega Mills channels his vision into luxury clothing designs, creating bold, sophisticated pieces that reflect individuality.
Are you reading a chat GPT script? Are you reading a chat GPT script?
Hold on, Christian. I'm blaming
for my
you.
music and
I
fashion,
blame you.
all in one place. You can go to megamills.com.
Okay. All right, well, so you ready?
This sellout just come on my platform. They just come on my.
Wait. Okay, Christian, I need you to get some control of yourself.
They just come on our platform. Can you explain to the audience what is the vision behind the mega hat and the 2 American flags? And your slim tight dress shirt.
and a slip tie.
I'm sorry, I don't subscribe to your Neanderthal fashion.
you have a size 8 neck. Pause. That shirt is
Pause.
so custom fit.
Pause.
Did you order a custom fit white button up shirt? Hey, well, we can spend the whole episode laughing because nobody has made an introduction on this podcast like Mega Mills.
That part.
was the best introduction we've ever had 45 episodes in.
From a black man.
Oh, so this is episode 45, correct?
That part. Oh, your president.
Oh my God. So,
Christian, you are canceled. We about to start doing interviews for sons.
Right. You might have to put me on the chopping block. But as I was saying before, Rez brought this fool up here and got rudely interrupted. A lot has been on fire. Political, culture, everything has been on fire since the unfortunate passing of Charlie Kirk. And one of the things that have been testy has been freedom of speech. So I want to go to you, Mega, first. Do you believe post Charlie Kirk's death is freedom of speech in danger of being wiped?
So, as you can see, I have the 2 American flags behind me because I feel like we live in a divided America. There's a lot of background conversation amongst different cultures, a feeling of whether or not they belong here still. And it's almost the American Trump flag versus the Black Lives Matter rainbow flag. In a way, there's a slight divide, right? And depending on what gang you bang, what set you claim, you really may have some ops outside, and you really may have to pay attention to what side you're on when you're going places and what boundaries you're crossing. It's really the Bloods and Crips out here.
So so let me ask you this, and I hate to interrupt you, but I love what you said, and you're very layered on what you're saying, all jokes aside, right? You said right now it's like the Trump flag versus the rainbow flag, right? Do you think?
Yeah, there's a weird dynamic. There's a combination of the two that creates the one thing, right?
Where did that play? So hold on, let me ask you this. Let me ask him a question. Where did you see that play in with the Charlie Kirk assassination? Where do you see that play into that divide?
It's layered, right? So we're introduced to Charlie Kirk on tour. We're not introduced to Charlie Kirk, the family man. We're not introduced to Charlie Kirk that may be in a Kanye West documentary, that listens to hip hop, hangs with a conservative Black woman by the name of Candace Owens. We're not introduced to that guy. We're introduced to the master debater. And he goes to these universities and he creates this conversation of politics for a younger audience who probably doesn't give a shit about politics anymore. He makes it entertaining. He uses platforms like TikTok and other social media to get his message out. And in my opinion, in his process, he was just another TikToker. In the world that I live in, Charlie Kirk is just a TikToker. Now that this unfortunate incident has taken place, Charlie Kirk is he's become something more. And there's rumors of putting his image on currency. There are statues supposedly that are going to get built for this guy. And there are people that are losing their jobs for saying the wrong thing about how they feel about him dying or being murdered or assassinated. They have given us this example over and over and over, but for some reason, the Charlie Kirk avatar is being put in a different conversation, a higher conversation. I'm only saying allegedly because I haven't done any research on a lot of things that I'm pointing out, but allegedly there's even a Charlie Kirk holiday in the works. So
a day, yes.
So if we're giving this guy all the things that we gave Martin Luther King, I would expect some type of Martin Luther King outcome or impact. And in my opinion, this man, this TikToker, this viral debater is being exalted to a standard of civil rights activists or people who were risking their lives for a greater cause.
So let's start right there, because you went on a 5-minute soliloquy, and I've given you, and you made a lot of great points. But I know my mama should get an auntie. We went totally off script with the first question about freedom.
I don't even remember the first question.
But that's good. That's good. I love it. That's why I had Megan's a perfect guest, and he's been phenomenal. But Mom, I gotta let you get in here, and you can answer the question, or you can respond to what Mega is talking about. We don't got to be on script on here. Just respond to Mega.
Clearly, because I didn't know that you brought a Trump supporter.
I don't think that he was a Trump supporter. I think he totally.
Did you see did you not see the flags in the back? Well, listen, now I need to start. I need to start vetting the guests.
I'm going to respond to Mega on this.
No, I'm going to respond.
I'm going to throw you alley-oop in the words of Mega, right? I'm going to say that I disagree with Mega. Charlie Kirk is not a TikToker. He was a TikToker. He was very impactful on social media, but the conservative movement was grooming him to be their next Trump. He was their next savior. He had over 8 million followers just on Instagram alone. He was probably the most transformative and the most influential political figure that wasn't even a politician under the age of 45 years old. There was not one person on the liberal side, right, on the Democratic side, on layman's terms, right, that had that level of influence. And he was attacking a structure when it comes to the college grounds where people at a younger age are more susceptible to new ways of thinking, where you get some level of brainwash, right, wrong, or indifferent. Right.
Universities. Right. If I take away the universities, what's the difference between Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens?
I don't. Well, the difference is, hold on. The difference is Charlie Kirk started Turning Point, and he had a more singular track focus on.
Okay, hold on.
Go ahead, Mama. Go ahead.
This is a classic example of man versus man. So you all talk. So the question was in regards to freedom of speech. Y'all not once let the Black woman chime in on this conversation. You understand what I'm saying? So it is bigger than TikTok. You all are, I think it was your generation is like using social media just because you got 8 million followers thinking that you are doing a damn thing. No, it's not. If we're talking about human rights, freedom of speech, all of that, he failed. So guess what that means? Our community failed. You, Christian, I think Mega, I don't know. I don't even know where you stand right now. I don't know if you Trump. I don't know if you Kirk. I don't even know.
Can you just make your point, please?
My point is, no. He failed with not only freedom of speech. You have to also think about the women's rights. Our voice.
We don't care about your voice. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, that's the problem. See. Let's move on, because we do a lot of pre-planning. and nobody even.
Well, but we're
Right.
talking
I'm
about.
gonna push back.
Hold on. I want to move on to this one because we spent 15.
I know, because I didn't. I only spoke for 2 seconds.
Well, we had Megan come on and steal the show with his background. This is awesome. I'm not frustrated with the episode, but Mama, I'm gonna give you this question. So let's at least be able to answer one question on one of our 2 questions. Obviously, again, with the assassination, there's been crazy reaction, right? Has society always been this politically divided? Has society always been this radicalized on both sides? Go ahead, Mama.
I think that's a stupid question. We already know we have been racially, socially, sexually divided. But the more that I've done research, and I'm going to say this on MKB Sorta, I want to go back to segregation. I want to go back to the niggas is with the niggas, the whites is with the whites, the Hispanics with the Hispanics. Like, you do you, and I do me, and I do me. Like, what's wrong with that? Because when you try to, I thought integration was a good thing, but it's really not. Integration. No, I want to go back to I can only drink at the black fountain. Period.
What? You about to get fired. Go ahead, Megan. Go ahead, Megan.
You said a lot, young lady. And up until that, I was going to say that I did care about your opinion. I did want to hear from you. And I did want to have more of a dialogue with the Black woman's voice and ideas. Until that. We're not froze. I just had to sit for a minute and just.
But I don't.
Thank you. So what I want to say is to bring it back to Charlie Kirk and away from segregation is I don't feel like we are doing a good job of listening, right? So pay attention, Mama. Right? There's this quote that God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth so you can listen twice as much as you speak, right?
Exactly
and I think
you do know that was his message, was segregation.
No, I disagree. That's why I feel like we're not listening, right? So when someone that's conservative,
he's not conservative. Okay, sorry, but
who's not conservative? Charlie Kirk?
No. He don't like blacks. He don't like gays. He don't like women. So are you telling me that's the definition of conservative?
That's usually a conservative stance. Usually, that's usually a conservative disposition. Usually.
So we need Alicia. Wait, what is Elon Musk? I'm joining Elon Musk. What Christian?
Starlink.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's not because it's separating somebody. Okay, so do you understand the definition of community and non-community? Community is accepting people for who they are.
I don't think that you understand that, right? Because I'm on a podcast now with a woman who said that she's ready to go back to segregation.
Absolutely.
And she's anti everything Charlie Kirk. So
no, I didn't say anti everything.
Well, most things that he spoke on. So if your stance is almost a polar opposite to his stance, and your stance is segregation, then he's not segregation. You are making points, in my opinion, that are coming from emotional hearing and not analytical hearing. You're not listening to somebody that is conservative, somebody that's a Catholic or Christian, who's proud of their culture. Take a stance with pride.
I'm a black engineer.
But there's a difference between standing with pride and speaking from a prideful soapbox.
I am a black engineer.
Valuing certain things.
I'm a black
what you're saying
engineer. If somebody tells me I don't want to walk this bridge because you designed it. It had nothing to do with my credentials, had nothing to do with my like my training, my certificate. It had only thing to do with my color. And you're telling me that's okay.
You haven't shown me any of that. You got to show me a video of that example, because I can show you videos of Charlie Kirk talking about black pilots, making him question whether they got their job off of merit or off of DEI.
But why would that be your topic? Like, why would your conversation? So that's what I'm saying.
I'm going to tell you why. Because
my conversation is not about if I get on this plane, is it a black pilot or a white pilot? That's not going to be my discussion.
Because you have been groomed, because you have been prepped to go onto your flight and see a white pilot and feel comfortable. You have been groomed to go on your flight and see female stewardess and be comfortable. So
no,
if anything challenges your comfort or anything challenges your norm, it's immediate.
Okay, so
I don't want any parts of it. Let's go back
to
segregation.
That is not true. That is not true. I don't go on the airplane and think if I see a white pilot or a black pilot, I go on the plane understanding that this company did their went through their policy to hire a person that is eligible, have the credentials to fly this plane. It doesn't cross my mind whether they're white or black. You have been, because you're saying most pilots are white. And so it's okay for a white man to say, oh, if a black person is not on here, do you not know that black people are 100? We're catching up because of oppression, because of they're stealing our sauce. White people have stolen our sauce over the years. And you see, this is the problem that you getting. You think this just starting with Mexicans. It's gonna, as soon as they ice with Mexicans, they're gonna start with Africans, they're gonna start with black people, they're gonna start with all of that. All they want is our sauce. So no, we are very smart. We are very intelligent. They steal everything. They steal our liquor. They steal our hair. They steal our music. They steal this. And for you to say for him to, I've been schooled, what are you talking about? No.
You speak proper English. So you still the white man's dialect.
Okay, so I'm supposed to be speaking. Okay, fine. That's fair if you say that, because that's where I grew up. But I would gladly
hold on.
But
hold on. Do you know where that hair came from?
Africa. I'm Mfungo. This is Mfungo hair.
Okay, you sure it came through Africa?
It's Mfungo.
Okay, what about the shirt you're wearing?
It came from Mega Meals Styles. It's red. It came from Mega Meals. Where'd you get it from?
It got you, Mega. Point mama.
Listen, it was funny, so I had to take my time to correct myself, right? It's not necessarily a point. I just want you to pay attention to what is real data and what is illusion and magic that's being done in front of you to get you to think and behave a certain way, right? So we don't look into who produces the food that we eat. We don't look into who makes the clothes that we wear. We don't look into who owns the music that we make. One of Kanye's biggest fights is that he feels like the Jewish community owns a majority of our culture music.
Well, they do.
Okay, stay right there. So that's the same to be said for fashion houses. That's the same to be said for a lot of big corporations. How many big black tech corporations can you name me right now?
I can't name a lot.
Okay.
Hold on.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
Okay. Now.
And why is that? Give me the why. Give me the why.
I'm going to give me 2 white corporations you can name right now. Big ones.
Google, Apple,
bang,
Microsoft.
Right.
Give me the and guess what?
Let him give him the why. Let him give the why.
So you yourself are not doing your homework.
Okay.
And the people around you are not doing their homework because there's not a push for it. There's not a culture for it.
Because they stole it and they brainwashed us.
Can you get away from the StreamYard logo?
Let's stay right there. Fair. They stole it and they brainwashed us 400 years ago.
No.
I don't know about you, but I can read.
You know about the Black Wall Street?
I don't know about you, but I can count. Listen, I'm glad that we had some milestones, right? There's a point in time where I set up $1 million deal. There was a point in time where black people had Black Wall Street. There was a point in time where...
Did you say some?
Somewhat.
Million? You said some, like we itty bitty. Why hold on, Meg. I adore you. However, why do you think the hatred exists between white people and black people?
Listen, we can't sit here, right, and try to reverse engineer this entire Charlie Kirk experience, right, and not start with ourselves, right? So there's a lot of layers to a lot of things. My brain thinks in 5 different directions at one time, right? So let me go to a different direction and say that I don't get the correlation between Charlie Kirk getting assassinated in a predominantly white area,
by his own,
right, by another white male, and black people getting threatened or blamed for whatever happened.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I don't know the correlation in that. So
I do.
I don't know what's going on there. But if you were to ask me to make an educated guess, or if you were to ask me what does it look like from where I'm sitting at, it looks like somebody is trying to incite a race war. It looks like somebody that has
because white do not like to lose. Exactly. Exactly.
Slow down. Slow down, because
I'm very passionate about this.
Fair enough, but a lose or a win would be referencing some sort of American game that we're all playing, right?
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Ding, ding,
fair enough.
Ding.
Fair enough. So if there is a game and you have access to resources and information, and somebody else has access to resources and information, and they make it further than you do, is that because of your race, or is that because their access to resource and information was a little bit more than your access to resources and information? Why do you feel like somebody that has the same opportunities that you have gets further in life than you do? Why do you feel that happens?
We don't. So there again, you have there's not the same resources and opportunities that everybody have. That's not a fair statement. We all don't have the same. We just don't. It is what it is.
You're not listening. I never said black or white.
I didn't either. I said we don't have. You interpreted my we as black. Aha.
Okay, go ahead. Walk me down. So explain your we.
What I'm saying is everybody. So let me take the word back. We. Everyone don't have the same resources and opportunity. So I feel like it's based off of that individual, where depending on what's in them, maybe they can go against the grain, or I don't know what the right word is, like for me, like me and Christian just had a phenomenal conversation earlier where he was like, you didn't allow life. I didn't allow life to take me. I took life, but everybody does not have that personality, that mindset. I can't tell you why I'm different than somebody else, which that's still an argument that I'm fighting, because I feel like if I was able to do it, everybody else have the ability to do it. You understand what I'm saying? You're mute.
Had a conversation. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Was mute, but
One
yeah.
time we had a conversation about hair color or hairstyles, remember? And part of that conversation was perception, right? Would you hire somebody who had a certain hair color or hairstyle, or would you build your own ideas about that person just from looking at them? And a lot of it was you looking at that person and saying, if they have green hair, I'm going to say that they're a creative hairstylist, and can you make my hair like that, right?
Yeah.
So
I still believe that.
Perception, in my opinion, is what people listen with. A lot of people are not listening to hear what is being said. They're listening with perception. If this thing is wearing a Republican hat and it has on a Trump supporter flag on a car or something, you're automatically going to listen to this thing or perceive this thing one particular way. And most times
because you've been
racist
intentional
if you're not on that side of the fence. If
Yeah.
it's a liberal, if it's a Kamala Harris flag or a Biden flag or a rainbow flag, you're gonna receive that or perceive that a certain way if you're on the Trump side of the fence. So a lot of times
you're being
neither side is
intentional.
listening. What's
No,
that?
it does. Okay, you're right, but you're leading with that. You're leading. You coming on here with a Trump hat, flags in the back. You're very intentional right now on your energy and the position you in. So yeah, you gonna have to convince me, because I don't feel Trump. I don't
put
feel
the
that.
seatbelt on. I'm gonna convince you right now. So my goal is not to convince you about Trump.
Well, that's cool. So we gonna leave this that just you and Megas. You one of them.
I am one of them. Yes.
Well, we know that clearly.
I don't know which them
you friends
talking
with Christian.
about, but yeah.
we know how y'all roll, and we know how far they get you. I'm just
Listen, the point I'm trying to make is don't allow what you're looking at to affect what you're hearing. And a lot of times we're having that problem. You know what I'm saying? And
are you telling your brothers, your white brothers, to not do that with black skinned people with hoods on their head?
I don't have any friends that I'm aware of that are in the KKK. If I do find out that I do have some, then yeah, I'm gonna give them the same message. You know what I'm saying? And it's very possible that I might have some.
This is I hate to cut it off. Megan, we'll bring you on for our next episode.
No, we cannot. Because you are extreme, but I love it. I love your extreme.
Man, we need to rebook you for the next episode, but unfortunately, we pay Reg $300 a month, not $3,000 a month. So at some point, the episode has to end for editing purposes. So this is.
We didn't get the punchline. We didn't get like the big hook for like the next episode. Like
I would give all that. I sat back and let you guys play tennis for 26 minutes. I didn't say anything this episode, which is fine. This is the best episode we have to date. There's so many clips in here that you'll see all over social media. Man, this was.
What's the stance on Charlie Kirk? How do you feel about Charlie Kirk?
Well, hey, man, I don't really have hey, y'all spoke enough on it. If someone made it here to 36 minutes, they made it here to 36 minutes. I will keep my opinion.
Hey, Rez, I'm gonna need you to clip out all the little like The little
No,
jokes in
Meg.
between,
No, Meg.
and
I'ma
just
let.
give us
No,
just
Meg.
give us the heat.
No, no,
No,
you
Meg.
hold
No,
on,
Red.
hold on. Don't one of y'all, don't neither one of y'all niggas talk to Rez. Rez talk to me, the executive producer. So you don't even send half of the 150 mega, so you fall back guest. You don't talk to Rez. You're not a part of you don't.
Hey,
You don't.
Rez, see, and this is the thing.
No, this is the thing. I gotta mute you, Mega. This is still my platform. You see how he's talking? It ain't no. Y'all can't hear no words. This is Mama Knows Best, Sorta. Episode 45. Shout out Mega Meals. We out of here. We gone. Bye.
Bye.